While the attention of all European aristocracy is focused on the small but proud Luxembourg, an event has taken place there that will go down in history. A new Grand Duke, Guillaume, has ascended the throne. His father, Henri, abdicated after 25 years of rule. Thus, an entire era for this tiny country has come to an end. But together with the new monarch, his wife comes into the spotlight. Grand Duchess Stéphanie, a woman with an extraordinary life story and truly noble origins. Stéphanie Marie Claudine Christine de Lannoy was born on the 18th of February, 1984, in East Flanders, Belgium. She was the youngest of 8 children in an old family whose history stretches back for centuries. Her father, Count Philippe de Lannoy, came from an ancient lineage known since the 13th century. One of her ancestors, Charles de Lannoy, the first Prince of Sulmona, served Emperors Maximilian I and Charles V and became famous as the victor of the Battle of Pavia in 1525, for which he was granted the title of Imperial Count. Her mother, Alix de la Felle de Levergem, also came from a noble family. The daughter of Baron Harold de la Felle de Levergem, she could trace her ancestry back to Hélène Forman, Countess de Bergeyck. In her later years, Alix lived in the family's ancestral estate, Hun Castle, where she served as honorary librarian of the municipal library. Stéphanie received an excellent education. She began her studies at Sancta Maria School in Reims, then continued at Collège Saint-Odile in France. Later in Brussels, she studied Russian language and literature, spent some time in Moscow, and then pursued Germanic philology at the University of Leuven. She did not stop there and earned a master's degree from the Humboldt University in Berlin. It is no surprise that today the Grand Duchess speaks French, English, German, and Luxembourgish fluently, and also knows Dutch and Russian. While living in Berlin, Stéphanie interned at the Walloon Export and Foreign Investment Agency, a position she obtained with the support of the Belgian embassy. After returning home, she began working for an investment fund in Brussels, proving herself not only as a refined aristocrat, but also as a woman with real business acumen. Fate took a turn in 2004 when Stéphanie met the young hereditary Grand Duke of Luxembourg, Guillaume. At that time, it was simply an acquaintance. But a few years later, after meeting again in 2009, their relationship began. In April 2012, the world learned about their engagement, and on the 20th of October that same year, a magnificent wedding took place, gathering representatives of royal families from all over Europe. The ceremony was held at Luxembourg City Hall. Stéphanie walked down the aisle in a luxurious gown by Elie Saab with a 13-foot train. Her head was adorned with the family tiara of the Lannoys, created from 300 diamonds featuring a pear-shaped stone in the center. She was accompanied by her nieces and nephew, Antonia and Madeline Hamilton, Caroline and Louise de Lannoy, Isor and Lancelot de la Cour.
At the gala dinner in honor of the newlyweds, Grand Duke Henry spoke warmly about his son and daughter-in-law, expressing pride and affection. Guillaume, in turn, admitted that it felt strange to see his face everywhere, while Stéphanie remarked that she liked feeling her husband's presence even when he was not nearby. After the wedding, Stéphanie renounced her Belgian citizenship and became a citizen of Luxembourg. She explained it simply and sincerely. As the future Grand Duchess, she wanted to belong entirely to the country she would now represent. Belgium, she said, would forever remain the land of her childhood and memories, but her new life required complete unity with her husband and his people. In 2018 and 2019, the couple lived for a while in London, where Stéphanie studied art history at Sotheby's Institute, continuing to develop her intellectual and creative interests. Today, the couple has 2 sons. Their elder, Prince Charles, was born on the 10th of May, 2020, at the height of the lockdown. His birth was a bright and joyful event for the family, which had recently experienced the loss of Grand Duke John, Guillaume's grandfather. In 2023, their second son, Francois, was born. Until recently, the family lived in Fischbach Castle, one of the oldest royal residences in the country. But now, with the beginning of the new reign, they will likely move to the Grand Ducal Palace. Throughout the years, Stéphanie has constantly accompanied her husband at official events, from National Day celebrations to state visits. She actively supports culture and the arts, heads the Grand Duke John Museum of Modern Art, and works with the association Lutz Arles, helping young Luxembourgish photographers gain recognition. Now, entering a new era of her life, Grand Duchess Stéphanie is ready to continue what she has begun, to inspire, support, and unite. Her life is an example of a harmonious balance between tradition and modernity. In her, aristocratic dignity, intellect, education, and sincerity come together in a remarkable way. Today, she is not just the wife of a monarch, but a true partner and a symbol of a new era for Luxembourg. A young woman from East Flanders, who journeyed from a family castle to a grand palace, now stands beside Guillaume as his equal. A woman with a clear mind, a kind heart, and a strong character. A Grand Duchess worthy of her country and her time.